Right now, we're working on our second crowdfunding campaign, and what we learned from our first one is you really have to get your name out there and get everyone you know to know about you and what you're doing. That's a huge part of getting people to fund your campaign.
If you're about to set up your first crowdfunding campaign, the piece of advice I would give you is take your time and get as many opinions from as many people that you trust as possible. Send out preview links and get as much feedback so that you know that your message is going to resonate with the crowd that you're hoping to sell to.
And in that time, the one piece of advice I would give to a new startup is to connect with your customers early and often. A lot of hardware startups are founded by engineers and kind of maker type people, and we tend to not want to get connected to our audience. We kind of build in a little bit of a black box, and usually if you get out there, connect with them, you'll find some crucial pivots and some really important lessons that will help you build a great product a lot faster.
And my one piece of advice to hardware entrepreneurs is that as much as I am a patent attorney, I strongly advise you to not lose sight of the value of trademarks, trade secrets, and goodwill in the valuation of your company. Keep an eye on all that stuff as well as the patent portfolio.
One piece of advice that I'd give to founders and startups is to build your networks and really maintain them, because you never know who's going to come back and help you in the future.
One of the mistakes we made during our campaign was that we didn't have 30% funded in the beginning. So we needed to make sure that we got our goal met, and we had to do a lot of pushing towards the end to make sure that we met that goal. Had we had the 30% funded in the beginning, we definitely would have blown everyone out of the water.
And my piece of advice is to start with the end in mind and understand that the devil is in the details. Know your details.
I would say that you can prototype all you want, we can have as many versions, but market traction trumps all. And let's get the product out there, let's get it in the hands of early adopters, users, and get their feedback.
My one piece of advice is don't underestimate signal integrity. It'll bite you in the ass. Decoupling capacitors are your friend.
My one piece of advice would be to really prepare for your campaign, get your product as far along as you can, really understand the timeline in which you can execute, and go after it with confidence so that you can really deliver a reliable product after your campaign is successful and concludes.
One of the benefits of crowdfunding, such as especially with Indiegogo, is that from a greedy side of things, you're not giving up equity or parts of your company, but instead you're really focusing on building something that really works and has an applicable effect in the market and in the world.
Some advice I would have for anybody looking to go into hardware and crowdfunding is make sure you have a product that people really want and that will solve everybody's problems in today's world.
If I were to give one piece of advice on somebody who is going to do a hardware startup, I would say do something that you're very passionate about, something that you know very, very well, because when you do your crowdfunding campaign, you need to come across as somebody who loves what they do, because people don't buy stuff from people who don't care. So that's what I would say you should do.